Well, hello and welcome to Homestead Happenings. This is it, guys. This is the final day before we start the tiny house build. This is my last chance to get things in order and get everything prepped, because next weekend they're predicting some rain on Friday, Saturday, and lingering into Sunday. Now, that's not going to be a problem for our build because all of our material is scheduled to come first thing Monday morning, and it's supposed to be pretty much a beautiful week for the next 2 weeks, except for one day they're forecasting maybe we'll get a rain shower, but no washouts by any means. So I have been super busy this morning. I went over to the sawmill and loaded up a log that I cut up for kickers. Now, kickers are when you put a wall up, you want to be able to brace that wall. So I used our lumber that I milled up, 2x4s, to use as kickers. That way the lumber that I'm purchasing can stay true and square. I don't have to cut any 45s out of it. I don't have to lose any of that just to make temporary bracing kickers. So I spent a good part of the morning on the mill, and I got 18 2x4x10s. also milled up 4 1 by 5 3/4 planks because I had some repairs to do on our floor deck. So once all that sawmilling was done and I was able to get it loaded in my truck and get it over here, I commenced to replacing some of these here subfloor floor panels. These are 1 by 5 3/4 that I milled up last spring, and that's what we used as subfloor. Now, a few of them, I gotta be honest guys, I probably shouldn't have even put them in here. They were iffy at best when I put them in, but as time went on and they completely dried out, they just got a little too soft for my liking. So I went ahead and milled up those planks while I was over on the sawmill, and I commenced to ripping out the old punky ones, which was not a horrible task by any means. It was relatively easy, and cut the new ones and screwed them down in. So that project is done. You can see one of the ones I did right here, and there's one on the back that I had to replace. This one was a main concern because right over here is our door, and our outside wall is going to be 4 inches in from the edge here, which meant those boards that were punky would have been right in front of our front door, which gets a tremendous amount of traffic, and I didn't want that, so it was necessary to pull those out and put these new boards in. But they look fabulous, so that's going to work out very well for us. Very, very happy. We have several people who have committed to coming over and helping us, and I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am to all of them for offering to come over and help, even if it's just for a day. I'm super happy about that, and we could use it, guys. We're gonna need, this is a big project we're taking on. This deck, if you haven't been following along, is 26 wide by 36 long. And we're hoping to get it completely framed, get all of our exterior sheathing on, and get all of our roof sheathing on, so that it's and vapor barriered all the way around, so that it's essentially dried in. So we don't have doors and windows here yet. We have to order those, but with the Tyvek on, it should be fine for a short amount of time. Plus, the entire house will have a 1 foot overhang all the way around it, So even if we got a pretty significant rainstorm, unless it's a tornado or a hurricane and there's a lot of wind, nothing should get very wet. So I'm hoping everything works out fine. We'll order windows and doors as soon as this is framed up, and we'll get those in, and we will be officially dried in to the official standard at that point. But yeah, I'm telling you, we have now been on our homestead. We moved here January 26th of 2023. So all of 23 and most of 24, over a year and a half we've been here, and we've been living in our camper as we build out our homestead. And this has always been a dream of me and Missy's, to actually build our own house. Now, we've owned houses in the past, and we've done work on them and had work done on them, but we've never built a house from the ground up before. And this literally is going to get built by us from the ground up. If you go back to when we were traveling down from New England, we hadn't even lived here yet. We had come down to do work on the homestead. We had drilled all the holes for our cement pier foundation. There's 16 1 foot by 4 foot sonotube piers with rebar inside. They go 2 feet into the ground, and they're all leveled. We did all that work ourselves and got those installed, and then everything that you see behind me here came off the sawmill. So my main beams that sit on the concrete foundation, those are 3x8s. They're 3x8s, and they're laminated together. So the beam is a 6x8 beam. And there are 4 of those that go all the way across. And then on top of that is true 2x8 floor joists and rim joists, and all my rim joists are double rim joists. So it's a very sturdy platform. It's not going anywhere. If you watched our last homestead happenings, we measured it all out. It's still perfectly square and level, hasn't swayed or buckled in any way. So we have been leaving it out to dry, make sure it's fully ready for when we do the house build. But we do have a tarp. Missy did get rain during the week. She got 1 day there was a storm. We set up the tarp here so that she could just pull it on real quick. That's what she did. And we just pulled it off because we have 4 days of beautiful sunshine. So we're going to make sure this is nice and dry and ready to go for the house build. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is the final day. I've got to run around today and make sure my stickers and my beams have tarps for this upcoming storm. I need to get a tarp for a hay bale. I need to do a couple of different things to make sure Missy is all set up for the week. And if there's any problem, she can just pull a tarp over something and throw a weight on it, and it'll be good to go, and we won't have any problems. I really hope you guys will join us for this house build. We are excited to bring it to you. We're excited to film it for you and show you another aspect of our journey to becoming homesteaders. And this is going to be a big part, guys. And this framing job, this is just the start. We got to do all the interior, exterior, all my exterior clapboard and trim will come off the sawmill, and all of our interior siding will come off the sawmill as well, including our hardwood floors, because we're not doing any sheetrock. We're not doing any of that. It's going to be the The interior is gonna probably be a shiplap, I believe. I haven't quite determined whether I'm gonna do a tongue and groove or a shiplap, but either way, all that lumber will come off of the sawmill, as well as the hardwood floors, and those will be tongue and groove, of course. And all of our exterior clapboard and trim will all come off of the mill as well. So very excited, guys. A lot of work to do. It's going to take a little while, but hopefully we're going to get through this, and I'm really hoping you guys stick around to see the final results. All right, next time you see us on Homestead Happenings, we'll be at the house build. Stay tuned for that lumber video of me on the sawmill cutting up my beams. That will be coming out next weekend. We will already be working on the house build when you see that. So next Homestead Happenings, we'll be on the house build, guys. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.